Today's video, I want to show you how you can customize the pagination, make it as a reusable widget that you can use it in everywhere in your project. And it does not require the scroll controller, and it is easy to build, and it's suitable for the custom scroll view and also the list view, which is I use it to build the list of the data. And I'm also customize that as a reusable widget, and in the pagination folder I will put the source code in the description. You can check it in the description. And I customize the ListView, SliverList, and also the scroll notifier, which is use the notification listener and has the scroll notification as the state. And I will show you from scratch, and we start from beginner together. And this is the result that you have a complex list, which is you have a summary data, and then you have the list of item that you need to request just count only 10 and pick one as a pagination does. And if you scroll down that we request more data. And yeah, let's start from scratch together. Let's start with our homepage demo that create a new folder which is the demo pagination, and I have the homepage.dat, and it's the main file, just a simple void main function and returning the my app and with the material app and the homepage demo. And let's just ignore all the block or the riverpod or the page, because that's I already custom and built it already. And if you want to see it, you can go to the description and the so-called add. Yeah, and let's start build it from scratch together, and you know the core concept of that. So I have the homepage demo and have returning the scaffold and the app bar and the other body, which is the ListView.build, and returning the infinite of the card, which is the data index. So next step, to know that when the user scroll and we see the scroll axis alignment that user scroll, I'm gonna wrap the ListView with the notification listener. And it has one function, which is the on notification, and the state is the let's provide the state, which is the scroll notification. And also the state is also the scroll notification, and I'm gonna name it scroll info. And it's always return the true. If you hover on it, it say that return true to consider notification bubbling, and return false is allow notification to dispatch the further access. So we always return true. And so to see the scroll info on the on notification, let's just print the item some property that provide from the scroll information. And first of all, I'm gonna print the height of our screen, which is the height and the width, and print the viewport, which is the scroll info dot metric with dot the viewport dimension, which is the size of our screen. And also print the pixel, print the axis direction, which is the user scroll down, the direction, and the scroll info. I'm done with the scroll info. And the last one is we check that the user scroll to the end of the screen or not. And if we restart our app, and let's just provide the item to our ListView to see that if we not provide the item count, the list is infinite scroll, that we cannot check the item or the position or the metric. So let's just provide it, let's say 200 item count, and reload it. And let me clear the console. And if the user scroll down, you can see that the data tell us that so right now we on the pixels 393, and the viewport of our screen is when h1, and the width and the height, you can see that this is our screen size and the width of our emulator screen. And so the pixel is that the user scroll. When user scroll, the pixel always increase. And the direction is down. We scroll down and we are not reach to end of the scroll, and that it's away fall. And if let's see if we scroll at to the end, and as you can see, yes, here if we scroll reach the end of the screen, and the scroll notification tell us that we at the end of the screen. So this is the print that tell us. So to check that the our item is reach the end, and we gonna fetch more data from the our API. To check that the user reach the end of the our item, and we need to request to the server and tell the server that give me more item. So we gonna check that the our scroll info, which is the reach the end of the our screen, and the scroll metric direction, which is down direction, we go down, and the pixel, which is greater or equal to the our max scroll. Let's just print debug print the our item. Let's say if we reach the end of the item, we're gonna say that give me more data. So let's just close some debug print and clear the console. And if we go and nothing happened, and if we reach the end of the our, you can see if we reach the end of the list, then the scroll notification function that is called this debug print on the our condition. So to make it request more data and add it to the list. So I'm gonna create the list just for demo. I'm gonna make it as a stateful widget. Let's say I have the list of the string provided to the our ListView.builder. So the is data.length, and the item is data index. And if we restart the our app, and you can see we have only just a little bit data. So to add more data to the our data list, so let's just use the set state in the our condition in on the on notification, and we add the more data, which is the number. So if we restart the our ad and see the result together, when we scroll down, and you can see that the data is added to the our list. You can see it's fast because we not built in asynchronous function. So we will make it with the our state management, and as you can see, I have the block, submit or riverpod or the provider, and I also custom the widget already, and I will explain you one by one. So as you can see that we done on the demo, which is we have the notification listener, and we use the ListView or the SliverList. If you use the with the silver widget or the custom scroll view, you can use the SliverList. Let's me explain you about the custom widget that that I custom. First of all, the scroll notification. So the scroll notification is look like the same as we at the demo pagination that demo early. So if you have time, you can test it one by one and have the free variable is has more data and loads more data, and also the child widget. And in the pagination list view, custom it if it have the item count, has more data, item build, separator builder, empty widget, error widget, loading widget, and the has error, and also the padding. And I check if the item count is less than 0, we're gonna tell the user that we don't have any data, and return a simple list view. If we have data, we're gonna return the ListView.separator. We have the separator widget. If we don't provide it, it's gonna use the size box, and we plus the item count by 1 to make it to call the loading more data. And we check if the item index which is equal to item count. We're gonna call the loading more data and we pass the param to it. And if we go to look at the our loading more data, for property, which is the has error, has more data, error widget or the loading widget. And we check, simple check. If the error equal to true, if we have error widget, we're gonna show the error widget, and it doesn't have, we're gonna show the default, which is the text button, and say something went wrong. And also the has more data. If it's true, we're gonna give the loading widget. If we don't have, we use the default cycle progress indicator. And if both condition fail, we're gonna return the size box. And we go back to the pagination ListView. We also customize the same as the ListView.build. We have the same property, and we just use the SliverList for the use with the customized scroll view or the nested scroll view if you have a complex list as I saw early in the video. And we do the same as the list view. And if you want to use it, let's say in the riverpod, as you can see, first of all let's use the in the report. As you can see, we have the data provider. If we go to the data provider, we have the get data, which we call in the constructor, and just return a simple item, which is a string, that 20 item, and we pass it to the state and the page, and the has more data, and we just check, simple check, just a demo, and check that data length is less than 200, we get more data, and it's equal or greater than 200, we're gonna stop giving data to the data source of the our state. So in the data state, we have the status enum, which is detects the our progress status, and we have the data state. We have file property, which is the status data, which is the our list of string, and the page in also the error message. And we have the copy width, and this is the our data state, and this is the data notifier. And if we go back to the our pagination ListView demo, and we watch the our data provider, and in the body we call the scroll notification. First of all, let me just run this for you. Main.report, and I am running. So let's just copy the class stat and pass it. And we already start the our app. So here is the scroll notification handler and the pagination ListView demo with the report. So here is the demo pagination ListView page, and I'm gonna use the report for managing the state, and have the property, which is the data state, and it's watch the our data provider, have the app bar, the body, in the our body I'm call the customize the our scroll notification that we customize in the pagination folder, and we provide the load more data, and we call the data provider notifier dot get the data to get more data, and we check that we have more data or not, and we use the builder and the switch case that check the state of the our item. If we start the app, first go to this page of the our page, we're gonna give this cycle progressor. If the error, we're gonna tell the message to the user, and it's success. We're gonna call pagination ListView that we customize in the pagination folder. So in here, if you go back, and we just returning, we just pass the data state dot it has more data and the data length, and we pass the status to it. If it's error, we're gonna tell something went wrong. If you want to provide the customize the error or the empty item, you can go with it, and I'm not provide it, just returning the item build, which is the our card, as you can see in the emulator. And if we, let's say if you scroll down and we go to data state, provide here, we wait the item to add it with the 2 second. As you can see, the indicator is so 2 second, and we add more data to it. And this is the pagination with the ListView.build. If you use the more complexity with the custom scroll view, you can use the same as that, but we wrap it with the custom scroll view. We have the silver app bar. Let me just run it for the demo. So here, first step, we check the same as the list view. We check the state. We have the custom scroll view. We have the silver app bar, and we have 2 items, which is the summarize, just returning the card, simple card, and it's the silver to block adaptive to make it available use in the custom scroll view. And we do the same as we check the status, progress, error, and success, and provide the data length, or the data has more data. And if you scroll down, let's wait the 2 seconds, and we add more data to it. So this is the report. If you use bloc, you can go with bloc. So here is the bloc. So in the bloc, we do the same as the report, but we use the bloc as the state management. So you can see it in the bloc folder, and if you use qubit, you can use it with the qubit, and you use the bloc, you can use it with the bloc. And if you use the qubit, the data or the data state is the same as the report state. I'm not explain to you. And also the qubit, we do qubit and get more data. I think this is similar with the report. And for the bloc, we have the data state with the same, and the data event, we get the data. We have one event, but it's the get data event, and this is a data block. And we emit the new item when the user scroll down and reach the end. And if we go to the block list view builder, I am returning the scaffold and have the app bar. I have the block builder, and also check state as the progress, error, and success. We're gonna provide the state, which is it has more data and the data length. Also check the item builder, and returning the card also. If you use more complex, you can go to the pagination silver with the block, and you can test it on your own. I'm not running for you, and just a purpose. So that's all for today video. See you in the next video.